So, once a young person has become homeless, what are some of the challenges that they face?
So, I'm answering these questions obviously very much keeping in mind the young people who I work with, right? So I'm answering these questions really from the lens of LGBTQ2S populations. So just to be clear, that's how I'm thinking about the questions that you're asking me. So I would say that safety really is an ongoing challenge and is probably one of the biggest issues that I hear young people talk about. And, especially for LGBTQ2S youth, it's this understanding that most spaces that you're going to enter are not going to be safe. So it's like, it's really having to navigate an unsafe world. So having to constantly choose between unsafe situations, and that might look like a young person trying to find a bed for the night, right? So it's okay. Do I go into the shelter where I know that my gender identity is not going to be respected? I'm going to be placed on the women's floor, even though I identify as a man. I'm going to be asked to use the women's washroom, even though I'm a man. But I will have, I'll have access to a hot shower, a warm meal, and I'll have a roof over my head for the night. Or do I go and I sleep in the park where I won't be safe. I actually won't be able to sleep, but I won't have anybody disrespecting my gender identity. I won't be forced into a women's washroom or on the women's floor. And so it's having to navigate, like that's just a minor sort of example of having to navigate unsafe situations. And so oftentimes, young people talk about that, having to just navigate life, constantly having to think about what's going to be safe, what's going to be safer between these unsafe situations. Who can I talk to about my needs? Who can I be? Can I be honest? Can I be out in the space that I access? And it makes it very difficult, I would say, to sort of navigate situations and conversations, especially when you're trying to access support and you have these people who are, trying to provide support, but you can't be honest about your identity and you can't really be who you are.